Hi, I'm Charity Rumery, and I head up automotive sales for here in the Americas region. I wanted to take just a moment or two to reflect with you on our personal mobility in 2020, the changes we saw, and what we still might see going forward. I think we can all agree that 2020 was definitely an interesting year, one where we saw the world change and, quite frankly, digitize before our eyes. There are both immediate and long-term implications on all of our mobility patterns. For one, we saw an increased usage of personal vehicles because folks were really sensitive to social distancing. I myself stopped going into the office, and for months my children were educated in our own home. We hardly ever left the house. And of course, because of that, there were changes in traffic patterns. We're working from home and we're learning from home. So if you do need to get somewhere at a specific time, it's not as simple as just knowing what the historic traffic into the city has been. You really need to understand the live traffic pattern and what's happening on the streets. And if you're a fan of public transportation as I am, it meant potentially changing how you travel or better understanding the protocols of your train or your bus as it pertains to things like social distancing, mask wearing, how many riders will there be? Maybe your schedule has changed. Parking and queuing might be different, and you may have to have your temperature taken as you board, so you should give yourself extra time. And most of us, myself included, definitely wanted to board and pay in a hands-free manner, making things like hands-free payment and reservation critical, basically accelerating digitization on many levels. These things all impacted the way that we lived and moved in 2020, but it also changed the world around us. In fact, NASA published a model showing how much pollution levels deviated from the norm, and it was significant. They showed that at a city level, 50 of the 61 analyzed cities showed nitrogen dioxide reductions between 20 to 50%. And with all that being said, there were some considerable shifts in our lives and in the world around us. Now we're heading into the midterm phase of this pandemic, and we're already seeing that 2021 may hold additional changes as our mobility and in-person experiences have the potential to increase. Kids are going back to the classroom and people are going back to their offices, and we're all understanding how to run errands in new ways. Our routines are changing, and I think we'll continue to see an evolution. So what does 2021 and beyond hold as it pertains to urban mobility? It's up to us to decide how we'll move around urban areas going forward. The important thing is that we keep the individual and the consumer's needs in mind to ensure that we optimize mobility and maximize social independence for all.